Week number 11 looks at chapter 13. Chapter 13 includes a lot of information about the Byzantines, or what's sometimes referred to as the Eastern Roman Empire, which really becomes its own empire. And this is the empire set around the city of Constantinople, which will not fall until 1453, when the Turks unleash this brand new cannon called a bombard, which just destroys Constantinople's walls. Interesting little point. Military historians have done and scientists have done a lot of studies and things, and some military historians believe that these cannons that the Turks originally created, which had to be based into the side of hills, the recoil was so strong that people really couldn't be around it because of the force. But it might be the most powerful cannon, most powerful form of artillery in terms of cannon fire that the world has ever seen, which kind of makes it really, really fascinating. I'll also be looking at the rise of the Renaissance in Europe as well. In this particular section, you do have a video on the Byzantines, which again is just utterly fascinating. A lot of times we spend so much time talking about Rome, we forget about the eastern half and the Hippodrome and the contributions that they really made, which greatly impact the culture in terms of modern day culture, in terms of Eastern Europe, part of the Middle East, and definitely Russia. But with the Renaissance, I include a video on Da Vinci's world. And this predominantly looks at the rise of the architect, the rise of building, the rise of design, and how pretty much from the Renaissance forward, everything is about relationships and how does stuff fit. You know, urban planners, designers of homes, things like that. People that get their degrees in these based on these spatial relationships and making all the puzzles fit and everything work together. All this starts right then, and you can see it in virtually every home, every modern city, construction, and everything all the way to this day. Very, very important, very fascinating, especially a man by the name of Brunelleschi, who's regarded as the father of architecture. Again, some of the competencies that will be covered in this chapter, as number 7, develop an appreciation of the human experience and its relationship to the individual as a citizen of the world. That is very important in terms of the Renaissance. The relationship between historical events, number 8. And then also, how people were treated, and the classics and things like that come up again. And so number 9, the attempts of others to decipher the ethical and other fundamental questions of life posed throughout history. I really think you all will enjoy this chapter along with these particular videos. The video on the Renaissance is one of the favorites that students typically like that I show in the face-to-face class, because it really shows how something from 600 years ago forever changed every single aspect of our lives in terms of how we try to fit everything together. You all have a great and wonderful day. Good luck this week. Have any questions, please email me.